in this video I'm going to show you how to take a model that's already inside of Blender and how to modify it to make it look like Grogu from Star Wars. So let's go to get started. The first thing we do is we're going to go to Blender. You can also go to Google. I'm going to type in Grogu, click on images, and I'm going to look at some of these references here that are inside of Google. Then I'm going to go ahead and click on Blender, click on the main screen, click on this cube, make sure you're in object mode, click on the cube, click delete. Then I'm going to go over to add, scroll over to where it says mesh, click down where it says monkey. Then if you have a number pad, you could tap the number 1, it'll take you to the front screen. Then I'm going to tap Z on my keyboard, scroll it over where it says wireframe, zoom in a bit, and I'm going to go back to where it says object mode, scroll down to where it says edit mode, click and drag my mouse over these vertices on the left hand side, then tap delete, click on vertices, then I'm going to select everything on the right hand side, and I'm going to click over here on the right and click on modifier, that little wrench tool, click on the drop down menu where it says add modifier, select mirror, and then make sure that clipping is checked on, and anything you edit on the right hand side is going to be duplicated on the left hand side. So I'm going to scroll in, I'm going to click off, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on these vertices around the nose, and I'm going to scale it down, just trying to flatten out the nose, and then I'm going to click on G on my keyboard and then bring that up. Now if you hold down shift and click on the middle mouse button, so hold down shift, click on the middle mouse button, that's going to let you pan around the image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click around the chin part, and I'm going to scale it down towards the center. Tap G and bring that mouth up. Now I'm going to zoom out. And if you want to see what this looks like so far, you could tap back on Z, go to solid, and we just have to bring some of these vertices out here. So while my mouth is still selected, I'm going to go to the side view, which is the number 3. I'm going to pan over here, so holding down shift in the middle mouse button. I'm going to go back to wireframe, and I'm going to bring this forward. I'm going to bring the mouth forward, so I'm going to tap the letter G while I still have the mouth selected, and then bring that mouth forward. Tap on letter 1, see what that looks like. Z to go back to the solid view, and we just have some vertices here that we need to smooth out. We can also bring the nose out a bit, and you can also maybe drag some of these vertices backwards. So I have that vertice there selected. I'm going to go to the side view, click on G, and then bring that back. That's going to help bring the nose out. So you're going to have some vertices that are like that, or you could click on the nose and maybe bring it a little bit forward. So we could do that. So I'm going to tap on 1 to go in the front view, select my vertices, maybe tap the letter Z in wireframe because I have some vertices here that are kind of hidden. So I'm going to hold down shift so I could just grab those. And I'm going to tap on number 3, tap the letter G, and I'm going to bring that nose forward. Click on Z, solid, see what that looks like. 1 to snap forward, and there's just only maybe a couple of vertices that are hidden here that we need to fix. So I'm going to go back to my references inside of Chrome, so we could bring the eyebrows down, and then we have to straighten out the ears. So I'm going to go click on 1, I'm going to pan up here, I'm going to bring this eyebrow down, I'm going to click and drag, tap G, bring those eyebrows down. Can also bring these vertices, just careful because I did grab a vertice from the ear. G, and round out the eyes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the ears. I'm going to bring these vertices straight up, so G, Then I'm just dragging my mouse. You could also go in front view. And now I could start grabbing a few more vertices, snapping back to 1. I'm going to click on Z to go into wireframe mode. I'm going to click on these vertices, tap the letter G, start straightening out those ears so they're flat on top. I'm going to go back to my reference, and I'm going to open up the inside of those ears a little bit more maybe. G, click, and just drag these vertices outward. And let's see what that looks like inside solid mode. And I probably just need to bring this vertex a little bit towards the edge of the ear to open it up. Same thing with this one. Just to open that ear up a little bit more. So there is a couple more things we could do to the mouth here to smooth out the mouth. You can bring out some of these vertices individually. So if you orbit under Grogu, you're going to notice that there's going to be some vertices tucked away. So what you could do is you could click up here where it says edit mode, click on sculpt, and there's a couple different tools you could use to help smooth out these vertices. So if you scroll down to grab, you could use that one. You could also click on smooth. So I'm probably going to grab some of those vertices. So I'm going to start clicking and bringing those downward to smooth out Grogu's face. And I could always go back to, I'm going to click on smooth just to add some vertices inside of there. I'm just clicking right above the mouth. And then we could probably grab some of those vertices. You could also bring the mouth a little bit higher. Alright, so let's bring that mouth a little bit higher, and I think we're almost done. You could maybe make these ears a little bit longer if you like. So I'm going to go back to sculpt, click on edit mode, and I'm going to try to bring this mouth and chin a little bit higher. So while I'm inside edit mode, I'm going to click over here on proportional, click on editing, connected only. I'm going to pan over. Selected some of those vertices around the mouth, click on G. Widen the mouth out just a little bit. I'm going to click off of proportional, click on G, bring the mouth a little bit higher, I'm going to snap to 3, and bring the mouth a little bit forward, and then click on 1 so I can see what that looks like from the front view. And this is pretty close here, and we just have to bring out some of these vertices that are causing some of the issues. So it looks like that one there. Clicked on it, drag it down. You might also have to go back to a wireframe just to figure out where some of these vertices are that are causing issues. Snap back to 1. Bring some of these vertices up. Let me go back to my reference. Now I'm going to smooth out the areas between the eye and the forehead here. So you could go back to edit mode, click on sculpt, and you could grab these vertices from behind the eye. You can also try using smooth. Going back to grab. I'm going to snap on 3, zoom out, click on Z, go to wireframe. I'm going to go back to edit mode. I'm going to click on these front vertices here. And then just past the eyebrow. And click on all those vertices, click on G. I'm going to bring the click on these vertices here around the face. I'm going to bring this front portion of the face a little bit back, so I'm going to click on G, move it back just a bit. Let's see what that looks like from the front view. Also notice this vertex in the back, which I can move backwards. So I'm going to click on Z, go back to solid mode, go to 3, wireframe. I'm going to bring that vertex that was inside by clicking on G, and then moving it outward. Go back to sculpt, grab, click on smooth, click on smooth, back to grab. We go back to edit mode, solid. I'm going to grab some of these vertices here around the mouth. So I could go from the side view. I'm just trying to select the vertices around the mouth to bring the mouth upward. Just a little bit more. Because if you look at the references, the mouth is really close to the nose there. So I'm clicking on G, just dragging the mouth up. See what that looks like from the front. In solid mode. Going back to the front and then clicking off. Now you can bring out some of these vertices here to smooth it out, or go back to your sculpt. Click on smooth. Smooth out those vertices around the mouth. You can also bring those vertices out individually. Going back to sculpt, smooth, alright, there you go. So now what we need to do is we need to save this as a Blender file. So I'm going to click on Save, go to the academic year we're currently in, the period you have my class, the semester we currently have. Might have to create a new folder. Go into that folder, give it a name down here. So I'm going to save it as a blend file format. Then I'm also going to go back to File. I'm going to export as an STL. I'm inside that same folder that we just made, and I'm going to just save it as an STL file so we can print these out. So if you have any questions of how to navigate through Blender, how to go from object mode to wireframe mode, some of the keys that you can use on your keyboard, how to add a modifier, go ahead and let me know. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And feel free to watch any of the other related videos.